Okay, so we are officially live. This is for real. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody in YouTube land.
Hi.
We're just going to make sure that all these things are working and we're technically sound. Can everyone hear us? Please say like hello in the comments.
Or
Hello.
type it. Type it if you can't say hello. Wait, here comes my drink. Here, where's the arm? You got to get the arm in the photo. Coming in hot.
Oh, that's a fancy drink.
Wow,
oh my gosh.
that's fancy.
That is fancy.
Strawberry gin, a raspberry seltzer water.
You guys.
And a NyQuil.
Hello, everybody. We're going to let everyone filter in here. Everything seems to be working. Okay, great. Grab your Cormosas, grab your Quarantinis. We're going to do one big live cheer.
Okay.
Love it.
Water bottles.
Okay. Welcome, everyone, to a Reseller Saturday Night Live. We have very special guests with me today. Wherever they show up for you, we've got Laura Von V on YouTube.
Hi.
We've got Denali, El Ducho Thrift.
Oh, wait.
We've got Tiffany Hugo of Sell Quick, Ship Quick. Tongue twister. And everybody, we're going to do a cheers on 3 with your Cormosas, your Quarantinis. On 3. Ready? 1, 2, cheers.
Cheers.
It's
her coffee. I'm going to get my drink in a moment.
What are you drinking, Blake?
I am drinking, obviously, like per Quarantini rules. Yeah. I'm drinking the 1,000 milligram orange emergency.
Oh, you went for it. Okay.
With some Prosecco in like disposable bottles because I was not trying to do a whole bottle of champs like I did last time.
What did you do with the rest of the bottle last week?
I drank like about half, and then I just ultimately had to let it sit.
Oh, well,
you know, but that happens.
Yeah. We should introduce Laura because she wasn't here last week.
Yes. So for those who could not join us last week, Laura is joining us this week. Laura is a reseller full-time, and she specializes in the vintage realm.
Yep.
Tell us more, Laura. How's that going for you right now?
Vintage is pretty much halted, I'll be honest with you. I think I've sold like 1 or 2 items. Luckily, I do sell modern too, but vintage is really slowed down drastically.
Is it it's like a bulk of your business, right?
I'd say it's about 50-50. So but yeah, it is, especially because vintage sells for a higher price point. I feel like that
you feel it.
Yeah, I feel it.
I get that.
But it's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll get through it.
Wait, so you said it's pretty much halted. What has sold that's vintage?
I think I sold a blouse the other day that was like 1970s. And then I sold a skirt on Poshmark today, actually, for full price. I was like, whoa.
Wow.
And that was like 1980s. So, but other than that, I like, yeah.
Well, how is everyone's sales in the bottom corners?
Okay, I'll go. Shoot, I didn't look at what my sales were. I know they're down. Today has actually been surprisingly okay. I had some interesting random good ones. Sorry, I'm just pulling up my phone so I can tell you guys. Some interesting random good ones this past week. I woke up to 2 higher price sales. I think it was on Thursday, one for like 90 and one for 100, which in the past still would have been exciting, but felt like 10 times more exciting now. And let's see, March 19th. What day was that? Yesterday?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no,
2 days ago.
Thursday. 2 days ago.
So Thursday, I only did $59. Friday, so yesterday I did $174. Wednesday must have been the good day. I did $240. And today I'm at $100. But I'm accepting pretty much everything that comes my way. And just for transparency's sake, I usually do weekdays between maybe 200 and 300 a day sometimes, maybe 150, 175 on the low end for me. And then on a weekend day, I can do anywhere from 200 on the low end to sometimes 400 or mid 400s. So I'm literally seeing business cut in half or 2/3. So, and then, but yeah, like I said, Poshmark today, there's been some weird random sales. Somebody sent me a message and said, I don't mean to lowball you, but will you take this offer? And I did take the offer, but I also really wanted to respond back and be like, but you are. Well, just so you know, just between us.
It's like, I don't want to be that person, but I am.
Yeah, but you 100% are. Yeah. So I don't know. It's been an interesting, I don't know. Every day feels like a roller coaster of emotions because one day, like I said, I had that $59 eBay day in here. So on that day, I probably felt terrible. And then yesterday and today, I feel a little bit better. So, but not anything like before.
I know you focus, or like you have a lot more, would you say, on eBay versus Posh?
Oh, yeah. Well, yes and no. Everything is cross-posted.
Right.
So everything's over there.
Is there a platform that's doing better?
Yeah, eBay always is still always. But sometimes Poshmark surprises me and we'll have like a random good day. I'm definitely just putting more of my focus always is just on eBay.
Right.
So,
that makes sense.
But then I had a couple of offline sales this past week, just random stuff because I've been doing daily vlogs and I was talking about how I went through my house for beauty products. And then I posted just like an image of beauty products that I was selling. And somebody DM'd me, actually a friend on Instagram, and was like, hey, if you're selling that, I'll buy it. And I was like, okay. So I sold her an item. And then from a video I posted yesterday or the day before, I showed some of my items I had received back that ThreadUp didn't accept. And I got 2 messages today and I sold one and the other one, they actually just emailed me. So hopefully I sell the other item. So
love that. That's why we put all this on the internet and social media.
Yep.
Tiffany, Hugo, how are sales going for you guys?
Well,
definitely a roller coaster. Yeah.
Seems to be the common theme. Woo!
On Tuesday, we had a $14 day.
And even then, that came in on the very last moment of the day.
10 o'clock at night. We were almost going to have a $0 day. And then we sold a toy, I think.
Yeah, it was wheels or actually it's glue for a remote control car thing.
Yes, the glue for the car.
But I was like, we're not at 0.
Yeah. And then yesterday and today we're doing all right. We made a full price Lily Pulitzer sale yesterday. So that was a good, right?
It wasn't full price, but it was while you were in the while you were out.
Yeah, we're doing okay. eBay, Poshmark. A few days ago, we sold a bundle.
Yeah, so we've gotten to a point where on bundles, people make bundles. I ignore it because all I think is like
they don't know what they're doing.
You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. If it's just one thing, I'm like,
yeah. Well, no, they had like 3 things on there, and I was like, oh, you don't even know what you're doing. And then I just hear Tiff, oh my goodness, we sold a bundle. I was like, they knew what they were doing?
Oh my gosh. I will have to say my experience. So Tiffany and Hugo and myself, we're part-time resellers and we have other jobs, thankfully still. And Laura and Denali are full-time resellers. Just to give some additional perspective, my sales were 0 between Tuesday and Thursday. And then Friday, I had 1 sale. And then today, between 7 a.m. and 1 p.m. today, Saturday, I had 4 sales, 1 on eBay, 1 full price asking in a matter of 4 hours on Poshmark. Hello, Heather. And I was able to get them out today, but it's definitely been the roller coaster you guys were talking about. It's like up and down. The 1 sale on Friday was a $14 pair of shorts that I will profit $8 on. So, woo!
Yeah, I had one of those today. I think on Posh it was like a $9 sale, and I was like, well, that'll pay for our grocery.
Listen,
grocery.
One grocery.
I was like, that'll buy our lactose-free milk for the week.
So that's actually like a perfect transition into one of the things I want to talk about today on our live video. What are some ways that you're getting crafty or creative to source elsewhere, since we can't go out / we can't go buy things in physical stores? Denali, I know you mentioned you were raiding your bathroom closet, but feel free to share everyone what are you sourcing online at other consignment stores, etc.?
I'll start, I guess. So I did go through my bathroom closet, whatever you might have, medicine cabinet underneath the bathroom somewhere. Go and look through those products, because a lot of times you get that random product in the mail or whatever, and you never opened it. And odds are those things, somebody else wants them, especially because people are now housebound-ish. So I went through and I listed about, I don't know, like 10 items or so. And I've already had some watchers on items, so that's good. And then obviously any money I get from it, right, it's like free money. So that's also a perk, because it's already been paid for once. And then I actually received, I think it was like a week or so ago, I had ordered some wholesale. So I got one of my wholesale boxes in 2 days ago, and I just opened it today, and I did a little unboxing, which will be on my vlog tomorrow. But it was from B&G Trading, which I had received like a free box from them before. But this one I actually paid for out of my own money. Like, it's not like a sponsored video or anything like that. Spoiler alert, I'm pleased. I'm happy. I mean, during the unboxing, my emotions might seem a little mixed, because you're in the heat of like, okay, what did I get?
Yeah,
but I comped everything afterwards, and I was like, okay, I think I'll definitely make like 2 times my money, maybe 3 times my money. So exploring wholesale options is an option. Drink every time we say option. Tiffany and I also we ordered wholesale.
The delay.
The delay. Tiffany and I also have ordered another wholesale box from somebody who we won't say who it is till later, but it's like a company. So
yeah.
I think it's just smart to be thinking about those things, and then reaching out to family members. So I told my mom, I said, hey, clean out your closet, whatever you don't want. I'll take anything at this point. Not too good. So that's what I'm doing.
Who else is doing something creative and not traditional?
Well, I think in our case, we had a bunch of stuff that was given to us from clients and friends and another business that is near the restaurant. He sells furniture. He's actually the one I put up on our Instagram. And he sells mostly big pieces of furniture. So all the knickknacks, he gives it to us. A lot of times those knickknacks aren't worth listing. They are now.
They are, yeah. Luckily we sourced a lot prior to being isolated. So we still have this like pile back here.
I feel like you said that last week too.
It's still here.
Yeah,
I am taking my time with this because
there's no rush. That's a big difference too.
And we still have we're currently cleaning through our garage and finding things that we kind of forgot about, that's like hidden under a box, hidden under a bag that was stuffed in a corner behind another box. So and then I got messages from like my family that's currently cleaning their house, telling me they're setting aside stuff for us too. So I think we have a ton of bags of clothes from my aunt. And then like Denali said, we did order that box as well. We haven't tried OA yet. So online arbitrage, we haven't done too much of that.
I know people were posting, or I saw people posting online yesterday, Nordstrom Rack was having like a clearance sale again, but an additional 20%. And there was some like really good stuff. Nothing that I wanted to purchase to resell, but it was really good. Oh my God, we have another special guest.
I know. Sorry. She was begging to get up here. This is Winnie.
Oh my God, Winnie. Thumbs up.
Wait, what's your other dog's name?
Chauncey.
Chauncey.
Really pricey name.
It's Chauncey.
Chauncey.
Thumbs up for Winnie. Oh my god.
Yeah. I guess I should add that I did order a ThreadUp rescue box. I ordered one of the mixed clothing women's boxes. They right now only have extra small and size small available, or you could also select mixed sizes. So I love a mystery. So I did mixed sizes. Hopefully that doesn't result in like triple extra small.
Yeah.
I was hoping, I was like, maybe they'll throw in some mediums or larges. So
It's just gonna get smaller.
But we might all starve during this isolation, so extra small might work.
Right?
I do hear
one way or the other.
Well, the thing is, I hear everyone's talking about going through their snacks already. But once you go through your snacks, you're going to run out of those snacks, and then you're going to start slimming down because you won't have the snacks.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Wait, speaking of slimming down, Weight Watchers update. I had to virtually weigh in since they stopped doing the in-person meetings, obviously. Yeah. And for my particular where I go to weigh in, it is actually a bit older of a crowd. So I'm kind of glad that they did that, and I'm sure they're happy. But I am down 2.2 pounds this week. So
that's exciting. Yeah. Okay, so since you don't have to go into meetings, I would be like, can I have my money back?
Well, okay, so part of that, I do want to reach out because when you sign up, there's 3 different tiers of like just the app, just the tools.
Yeah.
And then tools plus in-person, and then tools plus in-person plus coaching. So I'm like, okay, well, this is definitely going to last for at least a month here in California. It's already almost close to having been that. So like, can we get a shift to the digital price,
Right.
I know a lot of companies are offering that right now to like track your payments or at least put a hold on it. Even eBay announced it.
Yeah.
I didn't know about eBay. I just got the invoice from eBay and I was like, really, eBay?
Yeah, they're like,
same for me. Mine went through on the 15th and I was like, oh man, you couldn't have pushed that out sooner.
Wait, so Laura, how are you doing for inventory?
I still honestly haven't really thought that through as much as I should yet. I mean, I have 2 IKEA bags full of inventory and a clothing rack, so that I still need to process. So I'm like taking that as slow as possible right now, just to kind of spread it out. But I think honestly, it's going to be a buyer's market pretty soon for a lot of stuff. So online arbitrage, I think is going to be, if you can afford it, at the time. But obviously I think, we don't know what anything's going to look like in a month. So trying not to, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. So last week we kind of talked about like where we think sales might go. Will they increase in certain categories? Will they just kind of go away? And I think what I said last week was, I want to see what this looks like in a week, because it was all so new that like for Laura, Tiffany, Hugo, and myself, and Denali, we're in states where like lockdowns or stay-at-home orders are in place. So I think, the answer is sales are not consistent. Sales are all over the place. Obviously we can't source, but I think something too that people need to hear, like if you have the inventory, I don't think you need to rush to put it up, because I think there is something to the algorithm of constantly putting up new inventory. So for us here in LA, we're not able to do that until at least April 19th, a literal month from now, which is insane. But trying to stretch it out. So like Tiffany and Hugo, a couple things a day, and and hope for the best.
And then I mentioned it last time and I'll say it again, DVDs.
Just sold another DVD today for like almost $30.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Shipping.
Nice.
What was it?
I don't know what it was.
Like
I just looked it up and listed it.
Wait, what was it called? It's weird. It was like
it was an adult DVD, wasn't it, Hugo?
Okay, it's actually called The Boys and Girls Guide to Getting Down.
Okay, again, it's not actually an adult DVD. It just sounded like an adult DVD.
Now, wait a minute. If I remember correctly, you guys buy the regular, you get the Blu-ray one for yourself and you sell the regular. So do tell, what is
This is not that
one of
case.
those.
This is one of the ones I just sourced to flip.
Okay, well, it's rated R.
Clearly.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it's not more than R.
Like I've said in the past.
R XYZ.
Yeah.
It's an autographed DVD.
From I don't know who, because they couldn't.
I don't want to touch that disc.
To my bro Noah is what it says. No, to my bro Mark.
I don't know.
I don't know who Mark
I just picked it up. But I said it when I go through
I would not have touched it.
Yeah, see?
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
It still looks dirty, I know, but it's
it
not.
does. It's like it's progressively getting worse each time
Yeah.
you show or say something.
There's no backpedaling out of this one.
Tiffany Hugo, and
you got?
everyone listening, do you guys have the DVD boxes?
I don't use them, but yeah.
No, I think it's good for people to hear, holler a tip. For people who may not have small flat rates, or if you just want to add a type of packaging to your inventory, there's these priority mail boxes that are called the DVD boxes from USPS. They're a little bit smaller than a flat rate small box, but this is perfect. Like I sold a sports bra today from Outdoor Voices. I didn't want to put it in a poly. That's like a waste, and I don't want it to get lost in the mail. So it's perfect and recyclable because we're what? Eco-friendly.
Okay, but question, and see if Hugo knows the answer to this. The DVD boxes, which I don't even know if I'm familiar with a specific DVD box. If you use a DVD box, can it be sent media mail?
No, because that box is priority, and that box will be by weight.
Got it.
Yeah, because that is a priority by weight. But in some cases, it works if you, well, I don't even use the little ones normally.
And it does say DVD here.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so it will still have to be sent priority. But again, if you have a heavy DVD set of a season of something, might be worth it if you're still not listing it as media mail. The only reason I say that is because oftentimes I try not to use media mail because in terms of shipping time, we are sell quick, ship quick. It doesn't matter how quick I ship it if it's going to take real long for them to receive it because it's media mail ground. It takes longer. Yeah. And because we sell just the disc normally, it weighs under 4 ounces. So it's never really more than about $350 to ship.
Okay.
First class.
What, for those who might not know, for any eBay sellers, or who might want to sell on eBay but are nervous because shipping is a more complicated situation, because Poshmark does it for you. Media mail is a way to ship something basically heavy or odd shaped, but for a low cost. But the downside is that it could take up to 30 days?
No. I mean, no, not that long, but it does take up 7. I think 7 is at the high end.
Business days.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But it does come in handy, especially with book collections. We once picked up, and it took a bit to sell, but it was this big collection of fairy.
I think they're called Lifetime
book collections. They have different ones, like military one, history one, and this one was fairies. So it had a book about goblins, a book about witches and stuff. Well, the whole collection, I think, did weigh about 48 pounds.
Yeah.
But I was able to send it through media mail, and it cost, I think, less than $15 to ship. But I did put it in there, media mail, so that the person doesn't have an expected delivery date sooner than media mail would allow.
Right. I think I've used that twice for obviously eBay sales. I sold a suitcase by a brand called Bricks, which is BRICS, which is a high-end leather good company, but they focus on luggage. And that was media mail, per my...
No, that is not media mail.
No, it's not.
You could have gone in trouble for that if they opened it.
Yeah, it can only be books, DVDs.
Nothing with advertisements, because
magazines don't count as media,
and video games don't count as media.
Okay, I missed.
Oh, I didn't know the video games.
What's the slow one?
Oh, Parcel.
Oh, I did Parcel Post. I'm sorry, I confused that.
Okay, yeah, because I was that is not media.
Oh, wait. So wait, okay, educate me. What can you send media? Is it like flat?
No. So media has to be actual media. So books, it doesn't matter if it's a big fat book or a little book, but or a full collection of books. It could be like scholarly writing. So the idea there is to make it cheap for companies and basically the schools to get information around.
Gotcha.
Like you can't send magazines in because there's advertisement in it.
Yeah, and the advertisement means it's like, I forget what their disclosure on it is, and same with video games, because technically those games are advertisements for other games or something like that.
Oh wow, it's serious.
Well, I mean, I learned not the hard way, thankfully, but I did learn by originally sending it in through media mail.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh my goodness.
That's what, I put that in one of our reseller
games. Lauren Coal City Lou got caught with sending video games through media mail because like they'll randomly check it. The post office will randomly check it. And if they open it and they suspect it's not media mail, it'll get sent back to you.
Yeah. And it's not just because it looks suspicious. I mean, because anything could come in a DVD shape.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's like random. When I worked at the post office, it's like when the mail comes in, it gets shot through this like huge chute thing. And then as they're going through it, they might randomly just select something that says media mail. And, sometimes if it's too bulky or whatever, they'll just randomly open it safely and like carefully. And then to see if it's actually what it says it is.
Yeah. And I think they used to send it back, but now they charge it forward. And if you buy your postage through eBay, that charge is connected to you through eBay. So down the line, you might get an email and it's going to say, we're going to adjust your postage for this item because of wrong postage or whatever.
I just got one of those last night. And like the weight was way off. I almost questioned their scale or mine. It said that I had weighed it at 1.2 or 3 ounces and they weighed it at like 2.2 or 2.3. Yeah.
See,
Whatever.
And then we got one that benefited us. I mean, it did, but it was like, oh, you sent this item in at 15 ounces. It was actually 13. So we're giving you back a few cents. I was like,
okay.
Thank you so much for the refund.
Yeah, I had one the other day that was like close to $7, and I was just like, "What?"
Wait, they refunded you or charged you an extra?
No, they charged me $7, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh!" And I don't think it was like, it was off. There was something that was wrong.
Do you think they were off or you were off, Laura?
I think they were off.
That's what I think too. Like, there's no way. I mean, we do this day in and day out. There's no way I would have been a whole pound off.
Yeah, that's
significant because. And based on, maybe I saw what the item was, but regardless, it's like I would have put it, if it was heavier, I would have put in like a padded flat rate or, you know what I mean? I would have put it in the right envelope that would have charged me the correct price.
Yeah. And another time it was annoying. And that's why I'm glad they no longer send things back for weight issues. But I sent out an item and weighed at home. It weighed in at 11.1 ounce. No, it weighed in. Actually, I weighed it at 10.8 with all the packaging and stickers. So I was like, all right, 10.8. I'll put it down for 11 ounces. Shipped it. Right. Then when I go, like the next day, it arrived back to our house.
It was 11.1 according to their scale.
Yep,
and they sent it back to us.
Wow,
we weighed it here, and it was under 11.
Yeah, and then I took it to the clerk where we lived at the time, and the guy was like, "This is ridiculous." He had to even like drop it so it could activate, like trigger the scale because it was so light. And he was like, "If this is what they brought it back to you, I'm sorry. This is not us here. This is at the distribution center, and it's probably somebody new who's trying to be on the good side of the supervisor."
That's
I love that everybody in the comments is making fun of Blake right now.
Wait, about what?
Because you dropped your.
So I have my coaster for my quarantini, but like it got, it condenses, it gets condensed and it like sticks.
Yes. Sweaty. It got moist.
Sweaty. It spitzes,
Moist. It was moist.
Wait, speaking of moist, transition.
Oh, okay. All right.
You guys.
The DVD?
I'm so happy to report the Cottonelle Flushable Wipe Saga.
Okay. So tell everyone the update who didn't see.
All right, you guys. So if you haven't seen my recent vlog or checked out my Instagram story, I recently thought I was a victim of theft and robbery and buffoonery, okay? It was at the height of panic buying last week. I ordered a thing for Amazon of Cottonelle Flushable wipes. Amazon provided me a proof of delivery in front of my apartment door with the box. I come home 3 hours later, box is gone. But other people have boxes, like my next door neighbors. So I was like, someone stole these flushable wipes. It's a neighbor or the Amazon person. I'm pissed. And I got really upset about it. Amazon refunded me. Great. A full week later, it was captured on the vlog. I hear the beep of the little scanner thing for the mail people when they scan a package. And I heard beep. And I was like, oh, there's someone. And like, I have a thing about mail. I love mail. And I was like, I didn't order anything. I did, but it didn't come. But like, what is this? So I just opened my door. Lo and behold, it is the exact same box of my flushable wipes.
So what happened?
So what happened is I don't know.
Oh,
okay.
But ultimately, I can tell you this, and I was telling Laura a little earlier. The flushable wipes were delivered by an Amazon individual because they were able to take the picture and put it up, you know, in the order summary. The person who delivered it a week later was USPS, which sometimes they do deliver Amazon packages. But from what I could tell in the Amazon photo,
yeah,
there were a couple more stickers on the box than when it was like when I officially received it versus when I saw it on the picture. So I don't know if someone picked it up and like sent it to like thinking it needed to be sent to me.
Now, here's what might have happened. I'm not sure. I mean, because sometimes the postman will pick up packages that are labeled. And
wait, but his is an apartment building. Does your mailman like?
Will he go by your door to drop off a box?
Yes.
Yeah, so
he did.
That's why I'm wondering. Maybe he might have picked it up thinking this is left out for pickup, and he took it with him, which then
didn't even.
It had to go through the whole process because I once left, I think, FedEx at post office before it was Smart Post, and it took forever. They do send it eventually, but because it's not theirs,
So
maybe that happens.
I don't know. I mean, at this point, I'm happy that I got them.
Either that, or did you go to somebody else's door?
Oh, but no, I could never. I was really upset.
Or a neighbor put it out there and was like, beep.
in a Halloween,
felt bad.
In a Halloween costume of their 5-year-old's mailman costume.
I mean, my building is very small. There's only 20 units too. So I was like, if this is someone in my building, I was so serious though. I was checking the recycle bins in our garage and the dumpster. So it's like, I'm going to find these people if they did steal it and they were stupid enough to put it in the recycle.
A whole gang came by.
Look, we've been watching a lot of NCIS. You have to also check the dumpsters a block away because they try to throw you off, you know?
Absolutely.
Listen.
I had a moment like that today. Okay, so you know how everybody is ironically outside when we're supposed to be
inside?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Are people, well, it's LA for you guys. Are people outside walking around like they are up here?
Yes.
Okay.
Not as much around where we are.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, like out here?
Yeah, because so yesterday, originally I had put out to do postal pickup.
Yeah.
They didn't pick it up. So, I mean, it's close enough. So like at 4:30, I took off to go drop it off. Mm-hmm. And yeah, on the drive out there, you know, I understand people walk their dogs, but there's more. Right. Like people are just walking around with coffee and hanging out.
People discovered walking during everything. And so, okay, so people have been riding their bikes and stuff. So I was going to buy a bike, right? Because my bike got stolen last year. I foolishly left it outside of my house. We live in the suburbs. I think, you know, there's meth.
This was before the Ring doorbell.
No, it was the batteries were dead that night.
Oh my God.
Right? Yeah. So they stole my bike. They stole my bike and they stole Oliver's brand new bike. It was like a brand new bike. And so anyways, I bought him a new bike, but I was like, well, I won't have a bike anymore. So I was trying to remember, like, okay, if I'm going to buy a new one now, I really loved my old one. What was the brand? So I remembered what it was. I looked it up. So I go on to OfferUp to see if there was any bikes on there of my same one.
Yeah.
And I see what appears to be my bike.
Stop.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, that's the same little bell that I had on top of mine because, I had that little ding ding coming up behind you.
Bring, bring, bring.
Yeah, but then I checked the dates, and there said, like, because it hadn't been updated since it was initially posted, and it said posted 8 months ago, which would have been in July. But anyways, mine was stolen in September. So unless there's some Back to the Future stuff going on,
or maybe they got it from the person that stole it. But in the same situation, like they were a secondary thief,
I don't know. I was very torn up. So if you have internet, if you have a Novara bike, the style number is called the Flirt.
Ooh.
If you have a Flirt, I'm in the market for a Flirt, a 26-inch Flirt.
Oh my gosh.
Is it a regular bike or is it what they call like the women's bike?
It is technically a women's bike. And it's a cruiser style, but
does it have that missing like frame in the middle too?
It's got the one that kind of like goes like this.
Yeah, the women's bike.
Yeah, but mine was still, I think it still was like a 16 or 21 or 21.
Yeah, it's still a big bike. It's just that frame is what makes it a women's bike.
Yeah, but a lot of times those cruiser bikes have like no speeds to them, Well, because, I remember when I lived down in LA and I lived near, what's it called? Like Venice Beach, and everybody was riding their cruiser bikes around there, but you don't need a speed. You don't need to adjust speeds. They're flat.
Yeah.
Here, you need a little oomph in your step. So I have to be able to adjust my speed. So anyways.
Oh my gosh.
That's my theft story.
Sorry that happened to you. I'm so sorry.
I know. Well, there's a lot of pain that still exists. So
clearly.
They took away your Flirt.
They took away my Flirt. Okay, but Hugo, you said that people are still out in your neighborhood. I'm curious if the guy who sells shrimp on the corner.
Oh, he's there.
He is there.
He was
tell everybody about him.
Oh my God.
So there's this questionable man
Yeah.
who sleeps
Questionable shrimp.
Yes, questionable shrimp.
Yeah.
He sleeps on the corner of our block, and it's right by the street light.
Huh?
He sleeps on the
Yeah, well,
I
mean,
think he's homeless, right?
I think he's homeless, but sometimes he cleans up, so he might go to the shelter. But the main thing here is
he carries a cooler, like a hard shell cooler, and he has a sign that says ceviche for sale.
And he goes to the market at the end of our street where he buys the chips to sell his
and we just see him on the corner selling his ceviche.
And right now, at least it's cold outside, but there's been some hot days, and he's sitting on his ceviche bucket trying to sell it. I'm like, I'd first buy oranges from you. Like, please, no.
Oh my God. That's nuts. Our fruit guy, like who sells like the containers of fruit, and chili and stuff. They're still out, and I'm like, I want to support you, but like, I'm not going to. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's real difficult.
I saw the funniest meme somebody posted on their Instagram that I can't remember it verbatim, but it said something like, the tacos don't taste the same now that the taco man is washing his hands. Or like they don't taste as good now that he's washing his hands.
Oh my God.
Well, related to, I don't know if you guys noticed it with the tacos around you guys, but around us, the big taco trucks and stands, because now we have stands around LA that actually pop up, they've gone away. And the ones that are left are the ones that didn't have business. Now those are popping.
Yeah, same with me.
So really, like the ones that used to make good sales, they kind of followed orders and shut down. And the ones that before weren't, kind of like, we have to stick it out because we're making up what we don't normally get.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we don't have any taco stands up by me or carts
or tacos.
I mean, we have Taco
you
Bell.
Make them.
Yeah, Taco Bell.
We're north of the border. Sorry.
Oh my God! Wait, someone just called it Corona Vice. Oh my God! Wait, it's Bill.
It's Bill.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
go give him a sign that says that.
I'm dying. Oh my god, if I can thumbs up a comment, I would thumbs that up.
I would thumbs up that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even have the ability to add comments. I don't know.
Well, no, it's just so.
Open your phone.
Yeah, through your phone.
Oh,
That's what I've been
okay.
doing, is commenting on my phone.
There's
Yeah.
like also I'm seeing it's delayed. It's delayed. Like from what
There's
I'm
a little bit of a delay. It's
Yeah.
okay. They give
I
us
saw
time.
it was Lily's birthday though. I saw that. So happy
Whose birthday?
Lily?
Lily
Oh, happy
S.
birthday,
Yeah,
Lily.
Lily.
Happy birthday.
Lily. Wait. Lily.
Hold on, warm up. Vocal cords. Gargle.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lilia. Happy birthday to you.
Cheers.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy day of birth.
And then
It's also
also,
Reggie's birthday though too. So
Yeah,
now you're doing
Reggie's
all over
birthday.
again.
And
Happy
happy birthday to
birthday,
Reggie.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Reggie. Oh my
He's
gosh.
got his headphones in now.
yeah, that would be my
Give
husband
us
also.
a song, Blake. Okay, wait. Okay, you guys want a song? Give me a topic, and I'll make a song.
Okay.
Corona Vice. Or what is it called?
Corona Vice. Oh.
Coronavirus.
Good luck rhyming that.
Pterodactyl.
Listen, I'm so good with like, quick.
Awesome.
Okay, Corona Vice. Okay,
Do you want a minute? Should we talk?
yeah, we need to talk.
Amongst yourselves.
Wait, Laura. So, okay, so you have been cohabitating with Reggie.
Kind of.
What do you mean, kind of? Aren't you guys living together now?
No, he's still technically at his place, but he has been coming over here a lot more often. We've been trying
So
to kind of
how's it
switch back
working
and
out?
forth. We took a couple nights off.
Who needed it? Both of you? Reggie? You?
Both of us.
Yeah. Oh my
It
God.
was for the better of the relationship, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We're really being tested right now, but
Who has the pets?
he does. So he has 2 cats, and then he has 2 roommates as well, which yeah. So one of his roommates' girlfriends has the dog that has no teeth and is just like the cutest thing in the world.
That's my dog, yeah.
His
Oh,
little like tongue sticks right out the side of his face. It's hilarious.
so fresh. Wait, Tori and Bill, your 18th wedding anniversaries. Wait, any next Tuesday?
Probably
Annie.
next Tuesday.
18th wedding Annie next Tuesday.
Anniversary.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I read that wrong. Oh my gosh. Okay,
Aw.
well, I can rhyme anniversary with something. Actually, no, I don't know that I can. You're not renewing your vows or anything, right? That's not this anniversary.
I mean, who would
I
renew it?
don't think they can.
I'm like, where are they gonna go?
Everything's closed.
YouTube Live.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you get the
live stream it.
Live stream anniversary.
There we go. Content.
Ladies and gents, we're gathered virtually to reunite again, Bill and Tori.
Hey, Reggie's what's the word? Aficionado or whatever.
Oh,
Officiant.
officiant. He's an officiant.
Aficionado.
He's an aficionado of being an officiant.
Oh my god! Oh, wait, you really
Yeah,
did
that one.
Aficionado.
aficionado.
Okay, so we have an officiant.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Blake will be the ring bearer.
Yeah, sure can. Mhm. I've got tinfoil.
Tiffany and Hugo, you guys can provide catering services.
I'd eat it, but yeah, sure.
We can do the flying doves.
I could be a dove.
And I'll throw the rice.
Just not the rice right now because we need to eat that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Give back every grain of
Denali
rice.
will throw it. Laura will catch it.
And
Yeah,
put it in
yeah.
mug.
Just throw it out your front porch. I'll go pick it up.
If I'm throwing it, you have to have your mouth open because it must be consumed.
Oh my god!
I
Suddenly
gotta
there's a
wash that
surge-
for at least 20 seconds.
There's a surge on Amazon for freaking nets for rice catching.
Yes, there we go.
Oh my gosh, I should become a minister. I don't know that I want to become a minister. I could definitely become an aficionado. What?
An officiant.
An
Wow, look what you did.
I was valid. Okay.
Officiant.
Aficionado.
Aficionado of officiating.
Oh my god. Toilet paper is the only acceptable wedding gift right now.
We were joking last time, but maybe we should buy 3, make a bundle of 3, and I'll send you a toilet paper roll.
Oh my god. Is someone okay, so wait, going back to consignment. Who talked about that? They just got consignment. Denali?
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
I don't know.
you
You got consignment.
Well, okay, well, that's what I want to talk about. I got consignment. I got consignment, and I'm starting to list it all, you guys. Activewear right now is hot. It is fire. I put an outdoor voices sports bra up, 2 hours gone. Okay.
How much?
20 something, which it was only a $45 brand new. Anyway, it's still available to buy from the website with 20% off. So it's still a good sale.
Yeah.
But getting
are you consigning it, or did she give it to you just to straight up sell?
No, I'm consigning it. Which at this, I don't mind. We're just gonna do 50-50. The person who gave this to me, I just, I want to make it worth her while. So she continues to give me the level of good stuff that she has been. Yeah. And at this point, it's just okay, I'll make a little money here, make a little money there. Mm-hmm. But the activewear is where it's happening right now. So if you guys have activewear.
I did Lululemon earlier. Lulu something on Poshmark.
Mm-hmm. What do you say, Hugo?
Oh, no, I was going to ask. So when you do your consignment, you agree with them. It's 50-50 after everything. After all these. So you're not 50-50 because it's sold for 20. I'm going to give you 10. No.
Right. No, it's definitely case by case and honestly how much the items are valued. So I have a friend, one of my pet sitting clients. She gave me a gorgeous Marnie necklace, which probably retailed a couple $100. I think I have it listed for $190 right now. Anything over 100, this is general structure. Anything over 100 splits 50%. Anything 99 and below, 60-40 my favor. But again, unique to the person I'm consigning with, because the person that gave me the amount of this stuff that I'm listing now is a lot. This will take me several days, maybe some weeks to list, just so I can space it out. But that's good.
Yeah.
It's also good when you just give it to you,
Yeah. Well, because we don't do consignment.
No, we'll take your free things.
Because we've had would you sell this for me? I was I'll teach you how to do it.
Yeah. Or we tell people we'll teach you how to. You know what? I'm not going to do it here. Just
keep it. Oh, okay.
That happened with this necklace. I was I won't say her name. Let's call her Becky. Becky, I can set this out. I will do it from your account. All you need to do is just give everything to me and give me your bank account so I can put it in. She's that's too much. Just here it is. Sell it for me. And people really don't want to do any of that work. So I'm happy to do it.
Yeah.
And get paid. You know? I think my legs are starting to fall asleep. So I think I might need to move about. So I'm just gonna adjust my camera. I'm just gonna stand up.
Okay.
I just need to.
I feel something's gonna happen. Are you gonna strip or something?
Oh my gosh, no! This is YouTube, not the other kind of tape. Oh wait, fun fact! I actually thrifted. These are a Lululemon men's. I don't know, a compression type of short, but I almost didn't pick them up because I didn't see the Lululemon logo. Because these were, oh my gosh, where is that?
I feel we need banana.
Yeah. Who has their dollar bills?
Probably can't see it, but these were hemmed because Lululemon will hem your clothes for you.
Oh.
And so I was those are really nice. And I was these have got to be Lululemon. And then I looked at the hem and I was found you. And they were $4 and they fit me. So I kept them.
Ooh.
But
that's a fair find.
Yeah, I just want to stretch. I'll just stretch against the wall. Loosen up, hydrate. We don't want to break anything.
Right. This is true. This is like when you're on an airplane for too long.
Yeah.
Those people who get up in the aisleway and are stretching.
Yeah.
I don't know. When we went to Vietnam, we went straight to Hong Kong first. Yeah. Get them.
What did we sign up for, guys?
I was going to the bedroom thing from the airplane.
Oh my god! What's that one? Ooh, floss.
It's the floss.
Okay.
Get it.
Okay. All right.
Corona ceviche.
It's Corona time.
Tiffany, you missed it. Blake was flossing.
She didn't miss anything.
Catch the replay.
Who knows what's happening again? Might happen again. Oh my god. All right, you guys. Everyone get this back with me. What are we doing while we're confined at home? Are we playing games? What are you doing, Denali? Are you playing with your child?
Am I playing games?
Are you playing with your child?
What are you doing with your time? Well, not so fun. The past 2 days, I've been pulling all my inventory from my office. My office is not closed, and I did speak with the landlord, and she said that it would not be closing.
Wait, your office building is not closed?
Yes, because my office building is just all little small office units. Generally, I think a lot of them are probably 100 to 200 square feet. There are a few that are larger than that. So there's a lot of us in the building. Yeah. She said that the building would not be closing, but the leasing office would, essentially meaning she doesn't have to work. she gets to be at home.
Shoot her an email.
Yeah, exactly, which is fine. Like, I don't go to the leasing office for anything. Yesterday, when I was cleaning the office out, I noticed that it looks like the unit below me, which was a barbershop, is vacating, which was kind of sucky to see, but
vacating, like closing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Because usually it's popping down there. Like, they're playing music. I mean, we were kind of perfect for each other in some ways because I'm kind of throwing stuff around in my office, boxes, and they're playing loud music. And neither of us probably minded. Whereas, like, there are like therapists in my office, like counseling services.
Yeah.
That probably, if you were on top of that unit, you know what I mean? So anyways, I feel sad knowing that for them. I am not currently vacating my lease because
you plan to go back?
Yet. Yeah. That's not yet happening.
Yeah.
It is month to month, which is really nice. So I can get out of it fairly easily if and when I want to. But I'm just more preparing. Well, one, I don't want to be going out. Like, it's not, I would, at this point, it's like I'd prefer to have my inventory at home. So I'm not leaving the home, because every time I have to walk into my building, right, I'm touching handles that all these people are touching. You know what I mean? It's just, what if I have it and I'm spreading it? What if they have it and I'm catching it? I'm running errands for my parents who are completely quarantined in their home. It's just not an ideal situation at this point. It sucks that I just started renting this office and this is all happening, but I've had worse things in my life happen to me. This is not the worst in the big grand scheme of things. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, okay, that sucks. That's $600 a month, but you know what? There's worse things, right? There really is. So anyways, I have been sore today because I've been moving it all myself, because I don't want my husband and obviously my son, love him, but he wouldn't be very useful clearing out my office. I don't want them leaving the house, right? Again, just going back to that. It's like, I want to limit everyone's exposure. So yeah, I mean, there's like 40 odd bins, maybe more. It sucks going up and down the stairs and doing all that in my little Subaru Forester.
That's a lot. Oh my goodness.
It is. And it's not completely done. I took the day off from doing it because, to be honest, like, my back's kind of hurting.
Yeah.
I'm feeling 36 today. I think I'm 36. I'm feeling 36 today. So yeah.
When we had chatted about like how many trips you thought it was going to take, I didn't realize you had to go upstairs.
Yeah.
To even get to your office.
Yeah. Luckily, I'm only on like the second floor, which is like 2.5 short flights. They're not like steep flights or anything like that. Right. But nonetheless, it sucks. You know, my Fitbit yesterday said I did 36 flights of stairs. And I did 8,000 steps between the two trips that I did. So I was able to fit about 15 to 16 bins in my car each time. So I did 2 trips yesterday with a full car. And then there's probably another 15 bins still there, but I'm just like, those bins can die, in my opinion, for the weekend. So yeah, maybe die is a poor choice.
I'm tired for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, I'm happy to have it here now. I brought home the ring light and I started taking pictures in my guest bedroom today. They don't look as good, but I'm like, hey, back to square one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Did they announce in your state that you guys have like moratorium and stuff on rent? Like you're not gonna get.
No. Well, in the city of Seattle, I think they made some sort of announcement. And I know there's like maybe some Seattle friends in the chat who can chime in. I think they announced something on rent, maybe for no evictions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they did the same thing here, and I think it applies to small businesses too.
But what does that mean? It just means like what? You don't have to pay that month?
No. Legally they can't like evict you. I think
not being able to pay.
Yeah, then I don't know the exact details, but I think you still have to repay that month over the next like 6 months or something.
But you're not going to get any interest or anything like that.
Yeah.
There was an announcement, I think, for if you own a home and your mortgage payments are through Bank of America, they put a halt on mortgage payments, right?
Yeah, so I saw that. And my mortgage, my home mortgage is through it's not through Bank of America. So I called them today to get a deferred payment. But of course they're closed on Saturday because it's a smaller bank. So I'm going to call them on Monday and I'm going to see if I can get next month's payment deferred, because then that's just money I can use towards my rent.
Food. Yeah, I think everybody should be taking advantage of that right now, because just to know that you have money in the bank. And
yeah, and if they allow that again for another month, that's fine. I mean, extending my 30-year loan by another 2 months.
I know school loans too. Pardon? We got the email for his school loans, and so like his school loan is under Navient, which is one of the lenders. I know they've been reaching out to say, like you can defer your loans right now.
Yeah.
They went ahead and took mine the other day.
They're taking payments because they're calling me for it, but I'm like,
Oh no, you just got the email that said like they're up for deferring it. So if you call them and you talk to them about current situations,
okay,
I think they'll allow deferment right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think pretty much every bank, as long as you give them the phone call, they'll work with you. But some of them aren't announcing it. You have to actually like call, and the wait time is probably.
That's what I figured. Probably right for any of these. Like if you have credit cards and you owe credit card payments, I'm sure you could call in and do the skip a payment or whatever. I know a lot of.
Or at the very least, just stick to the. I know a lot of people are trying to cut. We're trying to cut debt.
Well, the man, Dave Ramsey himself, has put out his whole post about don't make extra payments.
Stick to just the minimum.
Stop
for these
saving.
Times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, when Dave Ramsey says that,
That's why Bank of America is like, wait, who?
Dave said what?
Dave said what?
Yeah.
Get on it.
This is a short, funny, not funny story for you of a game of What's My Time Worth. So a week ago, I got an email. It was actually last Saturday, would have been after our chat. My husband and I were watching TV and I checked my email and I see this email. It says, we've received your order. And it was from the Real, like, that place we all send stuff to. And I'm like, I didn't order anything from the Real.
So
I click on it and somebody had hacked into my account. His name is Harris Evans. I don't care. I'll put him on blast. He lives in Huntsville, Alabama. You know what was funny? Okay, now I remember what I was watching. So Laura, you told me to watch Hunters.
Oh yeah.
And I got to the episode where they show Huntsville. You know how that whole show is kind of cheeky and they do those they cut out and they do those
little like
yeah. So they did that little cutout where they talk about how all the Nazis were living in Huntsville, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And no joke, that episode played, and then I see this.
Oh, weird.
Hermes leather bracelet being sent to Harris Evans in Huntsville, Alabama.
We're coming for you, Harris Evans.
I know.
Wherever you are.
Phone number and street address, too, if I want to be really nice. But anyways.
They put a street address?
And his phone number. Yeah. So.
Wow.
Give it to me. We'll do it live on air.
I see this and I'm like, okay, definitely didn't place this order. And I emailed them that night. I'm like, cancel. And then first thing that morning, I call them up and I said, hey, like, cancel this order. I emailed you guys last night. I'm on this. And they're like, yeah, it just shipped. And so what was good, though, to the RealReal's credit is that they said, okay, hold on. It's going through UPS. We can reverse it in transit, which I didn't know that was something UPS can do. So that is. So they did that, but they're like, you're not going to get your money back until we receive it back, which
okay, it actually costs $25 to do too.
Yes,
so,
it does.
Yeah.
It cost them $25. So they didn't even charge me. So again, kudos to the RealReal for being awesome about that.
Yeah.
Poo-poo on PayPal, because I also messaged them that night. They messaged me the next morning saying, no, it was allowed to do. Like it was
authorized.
It was an authorized transaction.
You're like, but I didn't authorize.
Because apparently I had purchased something on the RealReal at some point. I used my PayPal account. You know how it's like, do you want to use a credit card? Do you want to go through PayPal? I paid for it through PayPal. And by doing that, I guess I authorized a subscription to my account. Yeah. So it stores your account info in there. So if you've ever paid for anything on the RealReal or any
place, every time we do that.
Yeah.
Credit card info.
Maybe delete it as an authorized payer because then my account information was stored in there.
Yeah.
So anyway,
and PayPal considers that an okay.
Exactly. And when I talked to the lady at the RealReal, she didn't straight out say it, but she was kind of alluding to the fact. She said, oh yeah, we've had this issue with PayPal before. Like
that's like what happened to my Verizon with my mom's number, because like Verizon or PayPal in this situation, they conducted business with all the appropriate things in place. So technically they did nothing wrong, which is like, it's very frustrating. It's a very frustrating situation.
So moral of the story of what my time is worth. So I got my money back on Thursday or Friday, but I saw the total of the transaction was like $305 and they had only reimbursed me like $295. And I was like, I went and looked at the email and it was RealReal didn't refund me the shipping because it was like they weren't refunding the shipping on a return order, right? Like they wouldn't traditionally do.
Right.
And under normal circumstances, and I'm not made of money, but maybe I would have just been like, screw it. Like I got most of my money back.
No, it's like $11.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mama's poor right now. I called them up and I was like, bro, I need my $11 back. Like, give me my money back. So they gave it to me. So that's what my time is worth now.
Wow, that's crazy. Speaking of the RealReal, they actually, I'm not sure if you got this, but for anyone that consigns with them, if you had active items that were potentially stored in the California warehouse, they sent out an email saying like anything being processed or coming or stored at that facility is put on pause. So if you check your RealReal consignment account, if where normally it says like active or like being, for sale, it now says update in progress. And that is through April, similar to our timeline now. So like at least April 19th or something. So
does that mean they're not closing down, or because I'm seeing that a lot. And I actually wanted to talk about that.
Yeah. So they have closed their California.
Okay, got it. Which the rest of the country isn't that far off. So
right. But I looked and it was only 2 of my items. So the rest must be, I think they have a warehouse in Jersey and somewhere else, maybe more middle of the country. But, it's sucky.
Yeah, that's actually something I wanted to talk about just from a reselling standpoint is I'm noticing like Reformation, for instance, just announced last night that they're closing even their shipping down. You can still buy from them, but they're essentially saying they're sending their workers home. So
it'll be
buy it, but who knows when it's going to ship kind of thing. And then who was it? Victoria's Secret, I think, just announced the same thing. So
that makes sense because Victoria's Secret is, their headquarters is based out of Ohio, which has been
shut down.
Area that's been impacted. I don't know if that's where their fulfillment centers are, but I believe that's where their headquarters are.
Yeah.
And then I saw today Stitch Fix closes 2 distribution centers today.
Wow. Well, for any makeup fans, Jeffree Star Cosmetics, I think they're pushing a restock of like his recent collection on this coming Friday, so a week from now. And he's like, I think we're going to still do it and we'll just figure out shipping once we are safe to go back to work.
Ooh.
I mean,
a long time to be sitting on an order. Yeah. I don't know how people are going to push that.
I mean, you can't get mad. Like if and I'm still shocked that like I ordered stuff from Ulta. I know there's probably going to be a delay, but I'm shocked that we're still able to like buy so easily online. I mean, because there is still touching involved.
Yeah, but I mean the time frame too, especially if the concern is time frame, how long the
virus could last on surface.
Yeah, right. By the time it gets to you, it should be done.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's why people are sanitizing their stuff before they come into the house too.
Yeah, I
still want online sales because we sell online.
Yeah, I guess I didn't wipe down my boxes. I probably should have.
Or you could probably do a disinfectant spray if you have it.
Yeah, just do the Lysol.
Yeah.
No, there was something they just talked about that recently, and they said if you're just spraying it, that's not working. You have to wipe the surface after you spray it for it to actually sanitize.
Yeah.
So you're just spraying because there's all those like videos of people going, spraying it. No, that doesn't do anything if you don't actually wipe the surface down.
Yeah, same with like washing your hands.
The Lysol spray, is that like the new perfume walk? You
spritz of perfume when you walk
in it. Now it's Lysol.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I feel like I've been rationing my Clorox wipes. I didn't have a large stock of them beforehand. I just had whatever was laying around in the house. And I mean, prior to this whole thing, you'd be like willy-nilly with those things. You'd be like, yay, a new one. And then you wipe something and you grab another one, right? Now I'm straight up like cutting. I grab a little bit and I cut like a little corner out to just wipe my phone down. I'm like, these things will take us in the next century.
Yeah.
When I was still physically at my job on Tuesday of last week, we had just gotten in a shipment of Lysol wipes from Staples. And it was before I ordered, at the time I thought, oh my God, that's crazy. I'm going to order 9 of these because things are selling out. So I ordered 9 like jar things of wipes for the office because I mean our bathrooms are outside of our actual office, like it's a common, like that's standard for corporate buildings. So going to the bathroom, touching the key, touching our office door, touching your desk, touching the kitchen, it's better be safe than sorry. But actually when I was cleaning and setting up my live today, I found a container of antibacterial wipes from Target.
Well, that's I feel like that's just if you're a reseller, you probably had tons of that stuff on hand.
This is what I got it for, to put it in my car, but I forgot. I just set it on the table or something.
Because every time I go to Dollar Tree, I would buy the moist wipes.
Moist wipes.
So I don't want to say I have a ton of those, but they're randomly all over my home. I walk into a room and I'm like, oh, no, there's some moist wipes.
I don't trust those though, because it doesn't say anything. It just says like helps to clean. It doesn't say anything about
No, they're antibacterial.
You might have to get can you go get them?
Well, either way.
I have one in every room. There's one sitting next to me right now. I looked over. I was about to get up. Look.
Is it the red one? Oh no.
No, it's the
Oh, those are actually Moist Wipe brand. Oh.
Yeah.
Moist.
Ours are
Antibacterial.
Okay.
Yeah, but even then, like the whole antibacterial thing, this is a virus. It's not a bacteria. So, like even with soap,
don't ruin it for me, Hugo.
I was eating nasty. People are nasty in general. I mean, I did this. I think any reseller did some sort of sanitizing of their hands. You know.
Oh yeah, especially after. And the thing too is like even though the sanitizing things like hand sanitizer technically is not for the but if it avoids people getting sick of other things.
Sure.
You know, like how many less people are going to have stomach problems because they're finally washing their hands?
Correctly.
Right?
Yeah. All of a sudden, people are like, I don't know what's going on, but my stomach doesn't hurt anymore. I don't know. You wash your hands now.
Well, and I thought about that also just in general, like, okay, because, you know, yes, people are buying hand sanitizer and they're buying more soap at the store, but just think about like if they're creating all these good habits of hand washing now, just even looking forward to the future and businesses who say you go to a movie theater, right? And they have soap in the bathroom. How much more soap is going to be used than
water
it ever was? Because now you have created this habit that people weren't doing so great about.
Yep.
Just how much more soap is going to be used. I was just even thinking about that at my building because there's these common bathrooms and the soap dispenser ran out midday one day. And I thought, yeah, because everybody's now washing their hands, you nasties. You know?
Everybody in the chat, everybody that's watching, give this video a thumbs up if you were the person that used the facility, the bathroom, the restrooms, and washed your hands and then took the paper towel, and turned the water off and then opened the door and then threw the paper towel out so you didn't have to touch it. Thumbs up.
Wait, what if there was like no trash can close enough and then you threw it on the ground? You know those people where you see like the tissue on the ground?
Oh, no. If I have enough surface with my wipe, I will take that and then
you got to do the thing where you stick your leg
out and you kick it,
and then the super far reach where you're.
Well, no, like I've been like I'm washing my hands and I see somebody come into the door and all of a sudden I just kick back and catch the door.
Yes.
Like, all right, there you go. Good.
Oh my god. I want to open it up. Like people in the comments. Hi, how are you? Do you have questions for us, resellers?
Yeah, any questions
about reselling?
I appreciate the post office nearby. I don't have to touch any surface when I get there. They have all the doors open.
Yes, I noticed that today.
Yep, all the doors are open, and they have their counter where you drop off your pre-sorted things. So I can go in and not touch any surface on my trip into the post office.
That's smart. I didn't even want to go inside because of that.
Yeah.
That exact reason.
Because normally I've started using the little device thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, device, counter, device, counter, counter.
Is the counter?
I have a story. The other day I went to the post office and there was a guy that was walking up at the same time as me and he had gloves on and I didn't. And we literally did one of those things, and I know like social distancing, like we were both trying to like gauge who was going to go for it first. But in my head, I was like, oh, chivalry, like you have gloves on, you should go.
Yeah.
Dude stayed back there and waited for me to put my bare hands on the door to open it and then walked up to catch the door with his foot.
He's like, this is my only pair.
Yeah.
The worst will be is he's like, oh, hold on.
Oh my god.
No, okay. So when I dropped off groceries the other day at my mom's house, bless her heart, her and my dad come out. They're wearing gloves, right? And they're standing away from me. And I'm giving the groceries to them, and they put it in their house, and we're standing, 6 feet apart or more, talking to each other. And my mom's standing there talking to me, and she goes like this with her gloves to her face.
Oh my god.
Touches her face, and I go, Mom, you just touched your face. You're not supposed to do that. And so luckily I had moist wipes in my car. I went and grabbed one and I blotted her face. So
you flung it at her?
Yeah, I was like, eat this. You'll feel better tomorrow.
That's, I mean, not to get on this mask. We're not gonna discuss whether the masks work or not, but
yes.
When people talk about them, they point out like okay, yeah, I'm wearing the mask. And then you do something and then touch the mask with your hand.
Yeah.
And then it's like, hello.
Yep.
Silly gooses. Silly goose.
Well, and I didn't realize, Hugo, didn't you tell me that the N95 one only works for 8 hours?
Yeah, they have a time limit. So, I mean, and even if you're more exposed to, like, that's why it's so difficult for the, like, medical staff. Because I did EMT and you have to change it frequently because you're breathing and you're in the facility. So if you're around more people, you should be changing it more frequent, one. And second, as you're breathing and your breath heats up the fabric, it opens up the fibers and then
it gets wet.
It defeats the whole filtering process.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I can't wear them. They fog up my glasses. Like it's
first world problems.
I know.
They sell the like anti-fog stuff specifically geared towards people who wear the masks now. Like they have the
really.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's a reason to get LASIK. I got LASIK. Have you ever thought about doing it, Blake?
I can't get LASIK. I would have to do PRK.
Oh, never mind. Nope.
Which I hear is more rough, but I have pretty bad astigmatism in both eyes.
What is PRK?
That's where they take the knife.
It's like LASIK is laser cutting the flap. Sorry to be graphic, but PRK is where they actually have to cut a piece of your eye off.
Yeah.
So you only do one at a time. Actually,
never mind.
Keep your glasses.
They look good on you, man.
They look good.
Thank you so much. I know. I'm like, you know who got LASIK recently? Amanda Weiss, you know, Posh.
Yeah.
Poshmark. I was talking to her about it and she didn't have any bleeding or anything in her eyes. She said there's like
I got LASIK too. There's no bleeding.
Why was there some people get the popped
blood vessel?
Yeah, one of the fitness people that I follow, her LASIK surgery, she has to get it redone because one of her eyes, it was really blurry. And then when you looked closely in her YouTube video, she had like a little popped vessel or something.
Oh yeah. No, mine was amazing. It couldn't have gone better. I got it done by the guy who does all the Seahawks players up here in Washington. And I paid for it with that price. But you know what? Healthcare is the one thing I don't want a discount on.
Correct.
I agree.
I agree with that.
I never want a Groupon for LASIK.
Nope.
Well, right now we kind of want a discount on
Nope.
Not even LASIK.
Just wear your glasses.
I'm not going to your glasses. I'm a Groupon.
No,
or else, you know what's going to happen? You're going to get a Groupon and you're going to show up to a guy who's also selling ceviche. And he's going to offer to do your eyes.
I love shrimp.
You guys haven't tried the ceviche yet, though. You don't know. Maybe it's like the best in town. Maybe it's a best kept secret.
When we can finally hang out, I'll get them for you.
Just for you.
Hugo did tell me that it looks that his hands appear to have gloves on, but he's not wearing gloves.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know where he gets the shrimp from. What
if it's not even shrimp and he's just calling it ceviche?
Ooh.
At this point, it's Corona Viche, so
yeah, it's Corona.
Oh my gosh! Wait, a lot of people talking about LASIK in the comments.
Ooh, LASIK lit.
Lit. Julia said that her husband got PRK and said it was rough recovery.
No, I wouldn't have done it. If that had been an option for me, I would have just stuck with glasses. But
I mean, it sounds more invasive.
Yeah,
I had a friend who got it done, and hers seemed to have gone well. And so I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna do it. My recovery was literally less than a day. It hurts like immediately after. It feels like burning.
Yeah.
So I took a Tylenol PM and went to sleep. And when I woke up, all the pain was gone and I had perfect vision.
That's so crazy.
It was crazy to wake up and like just be able to see without
I dream of that day. It
was wild. It really was like the wildest feeling. So
how long have you had glasses?
I wore them from my senior year of high school up until I think I got LASIK like 4 or 5 years ago. So a while.
Yeah.
15 years or something like that.
Did you still do the glasses
did you
habits? Would you still randomly like do this or
I don't know if I did. You know what? I honestly feel like it was one of those things where it was like immediately I was just like throw that stuff in the garbage. You know, like I was over it real quick. Like I could see, you know, that feeling when you first get glasses and you look outside and you're like, oh my God, people can see leaves on the trees.
Yes, like wait, there's veins in trees?
Yes. And that's how I felt after the LASIK. I was like, oh my gosh, like you can just look and not have to put something on your face.
That's crazy to me.
But it's crazy how like quick you get used to it. Money well spent. And a former HR lady here, I'll tell you, if you have a flexible spending account offered by your employer, you can set aside funds in your flexible spending account to pay for your LASIK. So it does help with the cost a little bit. So
yeah,
there you go.
That's
if you get nothing out of this live, take that away with you.
That's good to point out. And Hugo, when I put in contacts, because I do from time to time, when I was spinning a couple years ago, 2 years ago, like serious spin class person, you can't wear glasses because they'll be on the floor because you're sweating so much. But I would still I would put them in, and I like, there's a feeling, Denali, I'm sure you can agree. There's like a feeling when you can see without having something on your face.
Yeah.
I absolutely did the, oh wait, what? Or the, oh, it's not there. Or like, oh.
But some things I feel like are people's signature, like your glasses or Hugo's beard. Like, Hugo, take off your beard right now.
No.
Well, and just so you guys know, this beard is what, 3 years old?
Oh yeah, he was a naked mole rat before.
Wait, Tiffany, go get a picture of him.
Take a picture. What's he look like?
Oh, probably on her phone.
I'm so curious.
I'll pull one up later.
He's never allowed to shave his face ever.
No, you know, it's the funniest thing because he would like get the scruff would come out, and I'd be like, oh, like the stubble, you have to shave it.
God, get rid of it.
And then when he was like, I'm gonna do no shave November, right? I was like, all right, fine, you can do it. And then after that, I was like, you can never shave it off ever again.
That's hilarious. You're like, I'm dating a new man.
I don't know if I have a picture of you without your beard here.
She deleted, and some
of those. I deleted all of them.
And we got married, and I was shaved, so she deleted that too.
Well, if you get remarried, she
actually offered that. She said maybe we should redo our wedding pictures, not just a beard.
Oh my God! And then we can redo your wedding. Well, I'll officiate, and we can get Bill and
the aficionado.
Yeah, the aficionado.
Oh, wait, Laura, I have a question for you. Your parents are in Las Vegas, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's Las Vegas like right now? Because isn't the strip shut down?
Yeah,
they did a 30-day lockdown as well. They just announced it, I think, what was it, Monday, I want to say? So they've been almost a full week. But yeah, they kind of had to, like, because the casinos never.
Oh,
here we go. Hold on, hold it up real quick.
I have to lower the brightness. Okay, let's see if this works.
Oh my God!
That looks like it's gonna be on his like real estate photo, like on the side of a bus,
on a bench or something.
I saw houses and ceviche.
And ceviche.
Oh my God! Wow.
Are
different.
Okay. But anyways, so
yeah, I think with the gaming industry, they had to, because literally like half, it was like split right down the middle. Some casinos were listening and others were just like, no, we're going to do our thing. So, which I think is, we're going to see that with the whole country.
Are the hotels open?
No. Yeah, everything.
I know.
It looks like Ghost Town.
I think it was one of the earlier ones was Wynn, right?
Oh yeah, Wynn shut down all their stuff. And then I think
Wow.
So, I mean, even like Caesar's Palace was trying to keep their buffet open as long as they could. Like, yeah.
That's the only place they make money. That's why.
Yeah.
I understand keeping rooms available for people that
I saw pictures up and it's like, there's like no cars, there's no people. The lights are all turned off. The water's shut down. It is so eerie.
Yeah.
Well, and it just seems like, I know that this is the case everywhere, but so much of that city's economy relies on those hotels.
I mean, really tourist.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems like it's going to be really detrimental to the economy in Las Vegas, which that economy has kind of always been a little up and down.
Yeah. Like during the last recession, they were hit hard.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see for sure.
Laura, does your family are they a part of the Vegas, culture?
They actually, well, my parents are retired now, but my entire family actually all work for the county government. So like my sister is still considered like, she's still going in. I think they like have like a skeleton crew now. So she's going in, I think twice a week or whatever. But my dad, he was still contracted with the government, even outside of retirement. And he's pretty much like, they were just like, yeah, you can work from home remotely, but they still do have government employees going in. So
what about, I know like Zappos and Amazon has a big presence there. Are they still operating? Have you heard?
As far as I know, I think the like warehouses are still open.
They're hiring.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And they're hiring like Amazon. I think they posted it was a post about Amazon, Costco here in LA, Ralph's. A bunch of those stores are like they need a lot of people because it's just this constant. We need to restock and get it all out tonight, And
yeah. Honestly, if my sales if they take a big enough dive, I'll go get a job at the grocery store. Like I have no problem with that because it's like. That's literally the one thing that I know I can physically do to help out this situation. And I'm just like, what,
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting how we bounce back because I feel like obviously people are being let go for, all sorts of reasons. I would say most of them are because business is slowing, etc. But like, will there be this big boom of hiring? Like once this kind of settles, I wonder.
Yeah, I think it's all going to depend on the government's response. That's really going to be where it's at because there's just so many, like, the divide is huge right now. Like the haves and have-nots are just like massive spread of people that,
Yeah.
And I think the big difference too is because of like the big business shutting down that we had, like, for example, the whole Vegas Strip. Even the big companies that normally would not be affected or the executives way up at the top of the money line, they're getting cut.
Oh, yeah.
Their money, even if they're, people who never go to work, but they do everything remotely or wherever they are, their money flow has been dried. So it's going to be I think after all this, everyone's going to have to work together.
Yeah, I saw something earlier. It was like United Airlines had sent a message to, I don't know, the White House or the government saying like if they don't get some sort of funding or help soon, like they weren't saying what was going to happen, but they're probably going to fold. I mean, a lot of the airlines. I think we're going to see Spirit and Frontier go bye-bye. I know somebody who's in the chat who I won't name, but their relative had a ticket on, I think it was on Spirit. And they got an email just straight up saying your flight's canceled. There's no message of like it's going to be like
refunded or
no, there's nothing. It's just straight up canceled.
I mean, who was it when the airlines started reducing like to 50% of operating? I mean, for some airlines, that's like literally hundreds of planes, which. For, some routes that are, LA to New York, that's, oh my God, that's 300 people in a plane back and forth, twice in a day on that one. And there's 13 different times that one schedule flies out. That's nuts.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And I also saw an article on, I think it was like my local newspaper, Seattle Times, saying that the government is like doing an inquiry with Amazon on their warehouses to see like what screening or protective measures they are not taking. I mean, what they're taking, but really it's like what measures they're not actually taking yet.
Right.
To protect their employees because they have had a few outbreaks, I think, at the warehouses, or there's been people who've been infected or whatever.
Yep. The one in Queens was where that happened.
Here's the thing. It's like, yeah, it's cool. Great. Grocery stores and warehouses and all those places are hiring, but the reality is like people are still getting sick, and then what I mean, like you're hiring on these people who potentially are ill but maybe don't know it, right? Because the symptoms don't affect everybody
the same way. And
I don't know about you guys, but like reading through those list of symptoms, I'm like, do I have it or is it my allergies?
I know. Every day I wake up and I'm like,
I'm like, you know, like yesterday I was telling Hugo, I was like, I've had a headache for a day.
Yeah.
You know, or my throat was hurting this past week, you know, and you're like, is it because it's springtime?
Right.
Yeah.
There's pollen.
I think the worst thing, you know, being in states where, you know, your outside activities are limited to really grocery stores and like essential businesses like banking. I of course need to go get food, but I don't want to because that is a major hub of a long line of 150 people 2 feet from each other waiting to get in because they only let you in 25 to 50 at a time.
Yeah, so they did. Okay, that was going to be my next question, was if they started the lines for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I saw them at a distance. So in Alhambra, I saw the Ralph's had a line out, and I figured that's what was going on.
Yeah.
But
I saw someone post in Riverside, the Trader Joe's was only letting in like 20 people at a time. So it was like 2 in, 2 out.
That's interesting because that's already what they've been doing. Like that's what's happening in Italy. So it's basically, you know, it's funny because I was talking about this with friends a week ago and it was like, haha, it won't be like Italy. About that.
Yeah.
No, I think
because in Italy, even on like TikTok, I've seen people posting videos of this one girl posted a video and she's like, her and somebody else in her house, even though you're not supposed to both leave your house at the same time, like 2 people from one home.
Yeah.
They walked on the other side of the street so it wouldn't look like they're together. And then upon entering the grocery store, they had to put on gloves. And then only a certain amount of people were let in at a time.
Glad they had gloves.
Yeah, right?
I did find a hack, though. It's actually really easy. Where is my... Hold on. I need my prop.
Oh, okay. I
was going to say, too, related to keeping clean, everyone. I know some people know how to take off properly their gloves. But if you wear gloves and then you're just taking them off with your hands, you're technically not being sanitized. You always have to do that whole pinch thing and roll them off.
Yep. Yep. So here's my hack. I think a lot of us have these.
Hands?
Yeah, we all have hands. I think, like, obviously, everything going on right now, there's like going to be a big increase in waste. Just inherently from the masks, the gloves, the disposables, right? Because we don't have access to those things. We do have access to sandwich bags. And what you can do, it's funny, but like, listen, you can use it however you want, but I turn it inside out and now I can grab a doorknob or whatever. And then when I'm done, I take my hand, just like you should take off a glove. I take my hand and slide it in, and then I toss this.
I thought you were going to say, and then I reuse it.
And then I put my sandwich in it.
Okay, you know what I'm thinking I could use instead of sandwich bags is my dog's poop bags.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because those are even deeper.
Yeah, that's more flexibility.
Like the ones for the horses, or what?
Yeah, that's what we use on them.
But then when you get them, when you take, you undo your bag, you can like lock in the virus.
There you go.
Virus in the bag.
So what I've been doing too is, because we have a Rollo printer for shipping, I'll take the wax things I peel off, and I use that as crumpled paper to like grab the handle at the USPS. So I'll take that in my pocket, and then when I open the handle, I use that crunch waxy thing. Dump my packages when I have to, and then throw that away. So instead of throwing it away at our house, I keep it as.
Oh my god, that's so smart!
That is really smart.
Get thrown away anyways.
Or you could ration, if you get newspapers, you could ration out the pages and like all the inserts and stuff, and like Denali was cutting her wipes. You can just cut everything.
I'll be walking around with little squares of that little wax paper behind the sticky.
I feel bad when all that waxy paper gets thrown away. You can't really reuse it.
And I tried to use it once, and I was like, "Oh, I could use it to take notes." No, you can't write on it. It's all wax.
Tracy, yes, the virus in the bag. I'm gonna sell it on Poshmark. I'm kidding.
Every bundle.
That is a joke. Do not flag
Check
this
his
video.
closet. Everyone audit his closet tonight.
Posh Boss Blake.
Yeah,
my
Posh Boss Blake. We're just driving traffic to your closet. Really, is what we're doing.
So kind of you. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, that's a great suggestion though, Hugo, because right, we're throwing that crap away anyways.
Anyways, if you need to use it, and it folds up nicely. But like I said, thankfully, if I could avoid even using that handle thing, I just dump the whole thing on the counter.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You guys, Tori's leaving. Say bye.
Bye, Tori. I was about to say it. But Bill is staying, right? No.
TBD. Great idea. Sandwich bags and crumbled up label papers. Yes, shopping on the low. That's a good name. Okay.
Oh, sandwich. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Does anyone have any questions for the attendees in the chat here? You guys want to know anything?
I mean, in terms of sourcing from your own home, I think this is the time to
really go through your stuff and
go through what you don't need and consider what people might need. And even if you're not going to make big bucks, this is not the time to try to source those big profiting. The DVDs we've been selling, besides that one that sold for like $30 because it was a signed, apparently dirty movie, which I didn't know. But like selling Harry Potter, Sorcerer's Stone, the DVD version, because we have the Blu-ray version, we probably made like $3-4 on that tops. Yeah. But it's sales traffic, it's keeping us busy. It's if we didn't sell it, it was going to get thrown away. So at this point, like we're saying, you said you went after that $11 in shipping. Yeah, $4. Yeah, that buys our milk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. I think non-clothing items are maybe smart items to go after if you have anything in your house. I say don't underestimate anything. You know, I know that Tiffany and Hugo have done this, and I did it before as a joke, but sold the toilet paper rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
The empty ones.
But that was just like
the cardboard. Yeah.
Like, and that was obviously before current events, but that just goes to show you that it's like anything in your house will sell.
Yeah.
And imagine like right now with all the kids at home, how many parents are looking for arts and crafts ideas?
Oh my gosh, so many.
And they're rationing out their toilet paper so they don't have a lot of empty rolls. So if we all collectively save our rolls and start selling that online, arts and crafts.
Yeah, and just label it as art. Don't just put toilet paper rolls.
No.
Like put in the keywords, craft supply, and all this stuff.
Or projects. I think I put like art project or something like that. I think another thing too, this past week, I think it was this past week since I have our last chat, I bought a workbook for Oliver, like a school workbook, you know, online or whatever on Amazon. And the price was way more than it usually is. So if you have like your kids' workbooks that you never used, or even on Amazon, you can sell them if they're used and they have light pencil markings in there. You know, you just have to note it. All this stuff has value. I mean, it sounds silly to be like, you could sell a box of used crayons, but you could sell a box of used crayons 110%, like, because if people don't want to leave their house to go buy these items, as absurd as it might sound, that stuff probably has value to somebody else, because like I said, I paid more than what I would have paid for the
and then Leslie mentioned scrap yarn. Well, you know, so if you are like, we've sold like the yarn too. I used to buy a lot of yarn. And I think we filled up like a box of random like balls of yarn, and people buy that too, or fabric scraps. And
Laura, as a single lady, well, single living usually lady, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sorry, Reggie. Hope the headphones are on. Do you feel like you have a lot of that extra stuff in your house?
Not really, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not like a true minimalist, but I definitely don't like anything. Yeah.
I'm the same, Laura. I mean, we live in small spaces.
Yeah.
I mean, I identify as a minimalist, but at the same time, why would I have coloring books? You know, or something to.
Well, I actually should backtrack on that, because I literally have this like, right in front of me that I'm like, I can sell this. I really need it.
Yeah. Right. Like if I would put that on Mercari, I bet that would sell on Mercari.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I want a
I
color.
think, what do I have in
What if I want a color?
I know, Blake.
Save
Here's your challenge.
Save 2 colors and just paint with that.
Blake, here's your challenge. What is in your kitchen? Look around right now that you could sell.
Oh, do you want me to get it? I have a backup stash.
What's three items that you could sell?
Okay.
They're in the room right now.
In the room.
Okay, I've got a 2-pack of. Oh, where are we? I don't want to touch it.
Yeah.
Because it's
Lush.
sellable. It's a Lush pumpkin-shaped bath bomb.
Cool.
There's 2 of them.
Yep.
This one is. I have another one because I bought them because they were limited. This one's the one I use, but just in case things get bad, I have another one of these to sell. It is the Bath and Body Works Cereal Marshmallow Bar Candle. It's basically Lucky Charms marshmallows.
Ooh.
It's so good. And it's not too sweet. And then third is something I'm currently trying to sell is a stack of dessert plates from Williams Sonoma.
Oh, those should sell right now. I've seen that people are selling plates.
And these are
we
gold
sold
standard.
2.
Yeah, we just sold 2 sets of plates because people are hosting their dinner parties.
All of a sudden, they have to eat at home.
I need to refresh the listing then. Oh my gosh.
What about you, Laura? You got markers. What else do you
Laura,
have?
you do it.
I have, let's see. I literally it's hilarious because I have an entire arts and crafts thing set up right in front of me. Like I got the glue.
Oh wow, where did all this from?
So Tiffany already knows. Hugo, you might know what I did last night for Reggie's birthday. We were supposed to go to this camping glamping thing of themed trailers. So instead, I arts and crafted some stuff to make it look like the trailer park in my apartment. So, I have, oh God, I'm so bad at it. But
It has a ladder.
Oh wait, I have to show you guys. I have to show you one picture that I made.
Okay.
We're talking about the Hicksville thing, the arts and crafts I did last night. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I like that.
I'm looking around. I just cleared out some stuff over here because I'm looking at a pile of sunglasses that my husband and I keep on top of our dresser. So I cleaned out old sunglasses and I think I did some jewelry also. There's always stuff we're not using.
Yeah.
I'm not a minimalist. This is my time to shine.
This is your time.
This is me.
Oh my.
What is that? An animal?
It's the Pioneer.
It's a horse.
There's a UFO though.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
hold it back up.
I can't believe I'm proving how terrible I am at arts and crafts.
What's in front of his face?
What is the single?
Oh, it says I'm a horse.
thing?
Those are
cactus?
They're cacti.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's multiple.
Is that his back leg or his tail?
I'm not sure.
It could be either or.
Yeah.
I don't want to be mean, but you can sell your markers.
You should probably sell your markers and glue.
Laura's
I think you're probably right.
Laura's horse was born with a genetic defect. Unfortunately, at time of birth, there was no separation from that fourth leg from the table.
Oh, they're giving you A for effort in the chat, Laura. So
Thank you.
Can I ask what inspired you to create this masterpiece?
Well, it's because for Reggie's birthday.
Oh, gotcha.
We can't go to the trailer park anymore, so I brought the trailer park.
wait, so whatever this event you were going to, whatever it was, are there other people going to it, or did it get canceled?
Yeah, no, it's a big group of people that do it every year, and it's still it's 2 months out, but
At this point, things are just getting pushed. I would like to, just in general, I would like to know, I would like to be at April 1st, because everything right now is just until the end of March in a lot of circumstances. So I'm curious what life will be.
What's till the end of March?
People working from home or
Well, yeah, because in LA, they're just right now, as of the LA announcement, we're supposed to stay indoors until April, the first week of April.
No, April 19th.
Oh,
I think
19, but it's gonna go longer.
Yeah, the crazy thing is like we're the start of it. So to see the rest of the country take action after us is just it's a scary thought.
Don't go to thrift stores, people.
We were talking to our friends yesterday, and right before this all happened, we received a save the date for our friend's wedding in June. So we talked to them yesterday, and they're canceling the wedding.
Yeah.
Even though it's in June, they're like, you know what? Like they already paused all wedding planning. They're not paying for anything because
you don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that Oliver is not going back to school essentially till the last week of April. You know what I mean?
Someone
just that alone, I feel like says something.
Yeah, Julia in the chat here said that her schools are closed through April.
Oh, I've heard.
Most schools are.
Yeah, I've heard other school districts are done for the year. Like not the year
until summer. Yeah, but
until summer. I mean, Oliver, I guess I didn't tell you guys. He had his first video session with his class today, which was so funny to watch. A Zoom call of a bunch of third graders. I took a little bit of video of it, and I happened to catch a magical moment where each of the kids had to go around and say like what they're doing at home right now. And of course I felt like, you know, you're always going to feel like an inadequate mom when you're a mom, like you're not doing enough, because all these kids were like, oh yeah, I have a schedule every day. And I'm like, I don't have a schedule for my child. So anyways, but one kid did get on there and he goes, I'm so bored. I'm not doing anything. I'm so bored, but I caught it on video. So again, that'll be on my vlog tomorrow. So
oh my God.
Perfect.
But it was yeah. I mean, so they've set up now dates. They're going to speak twice a week so he can see his other classmates. And then he does have it basically took like a week for his classroom to really get set up virtually because right, they don't do any stuff they don't do anything online. It's all in the classroom, you know what I mean? And his classroom wasn't set up in that way, and he's at a great school. So I can you know what I mean? Like if you weren't even at a great school, how far are they delayed? Luckily, I did get a message from his district this past week. They said we have like over 1,000 Chromebooks. Please show up on this date and time and you can get one for your kid. So any kid who didn't have access to a computer at home could get one.
That's good.
Good for his district. But I'm sure they probably still don't even have enough because that was for the whole district. That's all the high schoolers, middle schoolers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
there was nothing, like everything happened so fast that the reality of what was happening was not clicking with like this having ever happened for people. So like it's taking time for people to be like, oh my God, this is real. And then putting like stuff into action. Like a school did not have 1,000 extra laptops just cause, but maybe they will now, you know?
Well, I mean, and I think he's lucky that his did. I don't think, you know, his schools are, again, a really good public school in our area. And his school district as a whole isn't even, I would say, like the best necessarily in the state. But it makes me worried for other schools or school districts that aren't so great. I mean, so many kids are going to fall behind because of this. I mean, the long-term impact of this, we don't even know, you know?
My aunt is a teacher in New York, and they're not set up. No one's set up for this. She wasn't set up. She's like, I need to order a tripod. And I was like, why? She's like, oh, because I'm teaching on my iPhone.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, wow.
And I was like, stop it. And she's like, this is what we have to do.
Right.
I could only imagine.
Yeah. I mean, the only places that are really set up for it are, you know, I was thinking like college classes that already existed online. And
they already buy rights to those platforms too.
Yeah.
Right. They're already used to like Blackboard or whatever types of Google Classrooms or whatever the case might be. But yeah, for the grade school, for first graders, second graders, I mean.
And even then, like, I think if it's a little bit, I mean, to an extent easier for the like subject schools, like for example, middle school or high school, whenever, but an English teacher, they can create their lesson plan and for, you know, meet online. It's a lot easier than grade school where it's like, we got to teach everything.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Somebody said in the chat, what about low-income parents who might not have the internet? Well, so I did get a message from Comcast this past week that was saying they were extending some sort of offer for free internet in our area. I'm sure it's nationwide though as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
And they were boosting the usage level. Like, I guess the speed is generally a lower speed, but they were going to boost the speed so it would be a little bit higher. But even that, I mean, for the families of children who maybe the parents still have to work because their job is deemed essential and the kid is then put into daycare, right? Like, they're not on a schedule. They're not getting the learning in during the day. And I would be hard pressed to imagine that when the parent gets home from work, that there's a lot of homework happening then, because I know as being a working parent in my previous job, and obviously still now, but it's a little bit different. You're tired. You know what I mean? And you don't have time. And what if you didn't have a computer and
and even like talking about essential work. My mom right now, she lives up in the Bay Area. And before all this happened, she started a babysitting job for a doctor's kid. So the doctor has to go to work. So my mom has to go to work too, because she needs somebody there for the kid.
The Bay Area is on the strictest lockdown of anybody. Like, even just going over to like I'm worried about thinking about like me going over to Reggie's house. Like, that can be considered like a misdemeanor right now in the Bay Area.
Are they ticketing people then for leaving the
house? That's part of some of the rules.
Yeah, my mom's like, oh, but it's only at night, right? I was like, no, you're not supposed to go out at all, Mom.
Yeah. And some areas are doing curfews, but like, you absolutely, like, walks or not, you're not to come outside from like 10 to 5 or 6 in the morning or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's someone posted, I won't say their Instagram name, but commented on a post that I did yesterday. They said that their boyfriend, they're on the East Coast, their boyfriend, I think they were in one of the states that was just shutting down or doing the lockdown or whatever. And their boyfriend drives for FedEx, and he just received some sort of permit that he's got to put in his window. And the permit basically says, like, I'm allowed to be on the road.
Oh, wow.
LA is not like that yet. We technically go into this like safer lockdown thing tomorrow, I think.
It hasn't started for you guys?
Yeah, I thought it already started.
Sorry, I'm confusing. New York's policies are different, and because I'm dealing with 2 offices for my job, I'm confusing.
Oh, yeah.
You're right. LA is in place. New York starts tomorrow at 8 p.m. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Garcetti our mayor keeps saying he's not gonna do anything stricter, but I mean, if it goes,
never say never.
Exactly.
Busy today. I mean, I went out for a solid hour walk. I shouldn't say specifically where, but I went in WeHo along a major street, and I was like, yeah, there's a couple people here or there. No. It was full workout sessions, full people like trying to like, and I heard they're thinking about closing Runyon and like these.
They haven't closed Runyon?
No, because today they said there were so many people that it like exceeded a regular busy weekend.
Wow.
Right. I know, LA people. Come on, people.
Yeah.
I get it. But it was like, I'm not going to do that because it's going to be crowded, so I'll walk the streets.
Yeah. I thought Runyon would be closed because they have the gates to like just close it off. Like, it makes sense.
Playgrounds around us are wrapped with caution tape.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I was by the park yesterday on our way home, and like they had caution tape around all the playground equipment.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's good. I was walking around the park that's by our house, and there was a bunch of like teenage boys playing Frisbee, which I'm just like, okay.
And that's the hard part. I saw parents taking their kids to the park, and part of me is like, keep them in the house. But if you're a parent and you have a small house, small apartment.
Yeah, I mean, we've been taking Oliver out. Like, he rides his bike, and there's people out. I won't lie, and but everybody's walking very far from each other. When it's like
funny. Like it's like you don't want to look at them either, too. So it's like,
right, because I want to be polite. Like, the Northwest in me like wants to always say hi to somebody when you walk past them. But then also I was like, I don't want to breathe air.
Yeah, I don't want to open.
I don't want them to breathe air. So maybe if I start the hello really far away, by the time we approach, it will have dissipated.
I was holding my breath walking by people that, like, if there were cars in the road and I couldn't, like, separate, I was holding my breath.
You got to do the Latino hi, the ones that I don't know. We just. It happens all the time. I say hi to guys from a distance, like just in the restaurant, like quiet. We don't talk. We cross like we're walking by each other on the street. That's it. And that was a very polite conversation we had there.
I mean, I think a Northwest hello would also be going like this, like then slowly looking down.
Yeah, where you just kind of say it with your eyes. They kind of
a little bit of a straight smile, like
yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Like, don't talk to me.
Exactly.
That's what we call it up here in Washington, or what people say about it, Seattle freeze. Have you guys ever heard of this?
Mm-mm.
That we're friendly, but we don't want to be your friend. Up here in Washington.
I feel like LA is the same way.
Yeah, people when they move here have a really hard time, like, if you talk to people who are not from Washington, they have a really hard time making friends up here. We're really hard to like break through because we already have our friend groups and like we'll talk to you and that's really fun. Yeah, Liz in the chat said yes because Liz obviously lives here in Seattle. And Liz moved here. She can probably attest to it. It's hard to break in because we'll say hi to you and you can be our coworker and everything, but we don't ask us to hang out with you because we also don't need any new friends. So,
but you know what? That's not true because we're friends and we're friends with Steven.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I don't know. There's something to it though. Maybe for the internet friends, it's different.
I was gonna say online friends are different.
Online friends are different because again, this doesn't require me meeting you in person.
True.
Yeah, we can kind of like feel each other out first and decide
from afar. Yeah. Juniper said, Denali, have you talked to your family in China since this all started? Are they doing okay? That's actually a great question.
Yeah.
I have not. I'm not sure if my mom has. She maybe has. I would imagine that she's probably been in some sort of communication with them. So nothing noteworthy that, or big that's been passed on my way. And certainly I haven't heard if anyone is ill. So that's good. I suppose that's a good thing.
Leslie's son. So I don't know if you saw, Leslie's got 2 seniors, her kids. Canceled proms. That's not happening. But also one of her sons is stationed in Korea. And so she's like, I just want him to be able to come home. Or not stationed.
I don't know right now.
He's studying abroad.
He's doing way better than we are.
She's like, hopefully he can come home. He's in the Army. There we go.
Yeah. Well, hopefully wherever he is, he's staying safe and healthy. I don't know. I mean, I feel like maybe this is not as great of a place to be because we haven't even been hit as we think.
Korea's like in the thick of things right now, and they're doing fantastic. Like they have it like.
Who'd you say is?
South Korea.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I've seen the TikToks on like the different countries, and they're like, when they initiate isolation in China, and you see everyone closing their doors. In Italy, closing the doors, and and then they say in LA, in the US, people getting ready to go out for a run.
I know.
I mean, I get it.
I was disappointed yesterday. So our governor did make an announcement yesterday. And I thought for sure he was going to tell everyone, just like LA and San Francisco and everything. I thought it was all going to be shut down. I was shocked. He said no plans as of now, but things are always changing. So again, I wouldn't be surprised if something changes. But I mean, just given that it's like Washington, California, and New York have been a hot spot. Ohio also, I know, was a big one. I'm surprised.
I know.
I'm just really surprised by it. So I don't know what sort of, it makes you wonder, like, what are they thinking? What do they know that you don't know? Or what sort of pressures are they under to keep things open?
I have like so many, like, I'm just like, I don't know how deep you guys want to get in this.
There's so much.
I mean, we could go for like a whole nother hour on like it's just, there's a lot.
Yeah. What's your I mean, I've got some conspiracy theories too. And again,
oh yeah, but that's like actually that's the number one way to get kicked off YouTube right now.
Oh, give us a PG one.
Yeah, PG one.
Oh, well, I think it's just the obvious right now. Like we're in a terrible spot compared to so many other places right now. Like the trajectory that we're on is just awful and it's terrifying. Like there needs to be a miracle or some kind of a Hail Mary right now because we're just not reacting the same way that other places are. Like I watched China did, and I mean, obviously with China, you have to take everything, any type of news media that they put out, you need to be very careful with like how you watch it and what you consume. But they did a whole like kind of documentary on how they treated the, you know, the situation and everything. And it's just so wildly different. And it makes sense as to how they were able to contain it in just that one area. Whereas we're just letting it go everywhere. Like,
yeah.
Well, because people don't want to listen. That's the problem. Yeah. They're like, "Oh, I'm fine."
We live in a free society.
So many people that are the conspiracy theorists that are like, "This isn't real. It's exaggerated."
Yeah,
the government and the news is blowing this out of proportion. They just want you to stay home.
So
we watched a whole clip of this guy that was yelling at Americans and saying that we are being treated and scolded like children. And if we listen to the man and stay home, we're basically like children being scolded by their parents. And they have no right to tell us what to do. And that he was still going to go live his life and go out and about. Yeah. And that they're just trying to like start
basically like law. Yeah,
like just all these things. And it was like, we shouldn't listen. It's all fake news.
You know, okay, so people, I feel like, because someone just said people are concerned about their constitutional rights. People are so like, this doesn't affect me yet, so I don't have to worry about it.
Right.
Yeah. Like, that is the whole problem of why this keeps spreading, because until people are forced and like told, do not do this,
right,
they're not listening.
Well, I think until they start seeing it firsthand, when they have a family or a loved one that's sick and they can't get the help that they need, or they get turned away, because the terrifying thing is right now we're looking at, if we turn into Italy, it's the elderly that we're going to lose very quickly. And it's the family members that get impacted by that are going to react first. And it's.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, exactly. It's like if you have a grandparent, if you're still, if you're lucky enough to still have a grandparent, I don't have any grandparents, but my husband does. If you're lucky enough to still have a grandparent, you got to stay. For those people, that's the reason to stay indoors. Mm-hmm. Or if you hear about somebody who has a grandparent, those are the people. Because, you know, my husband's, I don't know if I told you guys this last week, but my husband's grandma is in a retirement facility, and hers, they had somebody in the facility who got it. There was a major care facility here in Washington that had a massive outbreak you may have heard of. That was not hers. It was like the second one that got reported on. Luckily, she does not have it. She did get tested. I think everybody in the facility got tested for it. However, the person who did get it did pass away. So, you know, and then you got all those workers. I mean, so many people are exposed to it. And, you know, I mean, seeing Tom Hanks, I'm like, hello, America's Treasure got it, people. And then I saw that my favorite, Andy Cohen, I don't know if you guys know who he is.
Yeah. And Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Idris Elba got it.
Can I be okay? So hearing about celebrities like getting these tests kind of irks me, because it's like these people that come from all this privilege being tested, yet like people can't get tests that need them.
Well, I mean, that's just going to be a reality, whether we like it or not. We've always had access to premium care, right?
Yeah.
I mean, now
I think it's like it's being touted like, oh, well, you know, think of it as more real because Tom Hanks had, like, I mean, just like you said, but it's like, that doesn't help me. That's not.
No, I get what you're saying. Totally. I get what you're saying. I think also in some ways I'm appreciative that somebody like Tom Hanks is willing to say, I have it, because I think he's saying, hey guys, like, I think you guys like me.
Yeah, this is real.
I want you to know I have it, and it is a real thing. Because I thought that even with Andy Cohen, I thought, oh, like I'm happy he's posting about this, because people who like him maybe will take it more seriously.
Yeah,
knowing that someone beloved to them who cares about him, Not because, I mean, I hope he gets better. I hope nothing comes from it. But to be honest, I mean, he's older. I think he might be like 50 or close.
Yeah, he's 51 or 52.
Right. I mean, you don't have to be 60 years old to, I mean, wasn't there a guy who was like 35 who just died from it recently?
Yeah.
34.
The Disney guy.
Glendora.
Yep.
Yeah. Somebody in my county just died from it. It was like a mom who had survived breast cancer and had a few children. Yeah.
It's such a shame.
I know.
It's such a shame. But I mean, the celebrity thing points back to what Laura had mentioned, like, until it happens to someone that they know. And it's like, why should it, like, why are we at that point? Like, why can't we be like, you guys, there's this literal deadly virus.
Yeah.
Follow these rules.
Well, I think the scariest thing is they say the original numbers, and I'm sure it's changed drastically, was like, if this got real, if this got to the point where we were all the 80% infected, it's like a 1 in 300 of your circle group of people will pass away. And that's huge. When you stop and think about 300 people that like each of us are going to have someone who is impacted or passes away from it. And like, whether it's somebody, it's just, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't want to get so deep, but it's just like.
It's crazy. The governor for California said he anticipates that, Gavin Newsom, he said that he anticipates 56% of California will get this, and that's 25 million people.
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah, and that's why the big thing is like whether we, we'll all get it at some point possibly, but if we don't get it at the same day,
then the hospitals,
will take care of it.
Because the hospitals are getting so impacted. Where his cousin works, he's bombed with patients.
Yeah, he's in Pasadena, and he's like, the amount of people that are coming in that don't need to come in. Two things happen. They're exposing themselves to people who should be here. And then the people who should be here are getting treated. Are number 36 in line. And we don't know they should be number 1 in line until we get to the people that are here for that an important reason.
Yeah. My mom had an appointment, and like a small little medical appointment that was supposed to happen on Friday, but that got pushed back because.
Was it a non-serious surgical something?
I mean, I put it kind of right in the middle.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna hopefully get it rescheduled soon, but it's kind of like, kind of needs to get done. And then in the same breath, I'm also like, kind of don't want her at a hospital right now.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I was nervous that she had her infusion set up, that it was coming, but we have to get that infusion for her. So yesterday we went in and.
But my infusion is the hospital. But if you for those of us that are in LA, it's at the Kaiser facility, and Kaiser is like a whole city. Yeah. So the room, the place that I had to go into was one of the smaller buildings because it is like a separate infusion center. And we passed by maybe 10 people. Tops. And my infusion center, there's probably 8 separate little rooms in there. And it's normally full because that's where chemo patients go into. And
all kinds of infusions,
I think there was 2 other patients in there.
I wonder if they did that because they're spacing everything out.
It could be, or it could be people are canceling their infusions.
Yeah.
But when I woke up, I heard the nurses talking about they were out of masks for the day, and it was 3:00. They were out of masks. They were out of sanitation wipes. They were out of soap. They were out of all these things, and they weren't going to get a delivery until the next day.
Oof.
And I heard the nurses frantic, and they were just like, "What are we supposed to do? What do you mean we don't have any more?"
Yeah.
And the main one was like, "Look, we don't have any left for today, so we have to make do with what we have." And I could hear the frantic in their voices.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
I'm waiting for that giant Church of Scientology to just be gutted into a hospital, because it's that building is massive.
There's actually a lot of money in that building too.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Hugo?
There's a lot of money in that building.
There's a lot.
Face masks too.
Yeah.
They have a secret stash, allegedly. Just protecting myself.
That's funny.
All right, people. So, wow, we are over 2 hours long. Thank you guys so much.
We had a lot planned for this evening, but we made room for you, man.
So much. Like our schedule was packed.
I had so many thrift stores I needed to go to tonight, but
but
they are all closed.
Yep.
So I want to end on a little happier of a note than where we are currently in the world. So I would like to know one place that you would, when we are able to, this year or next year, what is one place you want to travel to take a nice vacation?
I'll go.
Okay, Denali.
I'm a simple lady. Me and my husband and my son all love Palm Springs. And they knew I was going to say that. I want to go back to Palm Springs, and I want all of you guys to come with, and Reggie as well with the headphones. And we can all go to Sherman's Deli, which has the best corned beef sandwiches, roast beef. You can get whatever you like, the most massive portions. We can rent a beautiful house in Palm Springs with, 18 bedrooms, a big old pool.
Yep.
Yeah. Those are the things that I'm looking forward to. Yeah. And going on that hike. Didn't you go on the hike also, Blake?
Tuckwitz Canyon, yeah.
Yes, with the waterfall.
Yes, and it was waterfalling.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
I mean, unless it's rained, and then there might be water.
So, side note, when I was younger, in that song, I thought they were saying, "Don't go, Jason." Waterfall.
Jason Waterfall.
I didn't know we all had that song that we were way.
I didn't know. Wait, when did I find out?
For like 10 years ago, maybe.
Like not that long ago, I found out it was Chasing Waterfalls.
No,
wow.
Waterfalls.
That's hilarious.
You just thought in their music video they were standing in front of a waterfall just for fun.
Named Jason.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Laura, where would you like to go?
Well, sorry guys, I keep having to be Debbie Downer here, but I'm just gonna say home. I just want to go see my parents.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah, so Vegas for sure. I ain't
answer.
hopping on a plane for like a good year with all of them sitting dormant for so long. I'm like,
Yeah.
Let's be serious. You already didn't want to hop on planes.
Yeah, don't use that as an excuse. Okay, so when you go back to Vegas, what is the one restaurant that you're like, I'm going there immediately?
Or cuisine.
I'd see growing up, all the restaurants there were just chains. Like it wasn't until after I moved away that they really got good food. So probably just whatever chain restaurant is near them.
Like what level of chain restaurant? Like
I don't know. Have you guys ever heard of Raising Cane's?
Yeah.
No.
I've heard of it. I don't know what it is though.
There's one in Orange County around here.
Yeah, it's like a fried chicken and bread kind of place, and oof, it was good.
Okay.
It's not good for your Weight Watchers points, but it's tasty.
No.
Yeah. Tiffany Hugo, where do you guys want to take a vacation to?
Well, let's see. We had a cruise planned to Italy, so that would be. I don't know if I want to go.
I don't know if I want to rush to Italy, but we were going to go to Italy, and I think Paris and Spain, so that didn't happen. We were going to go to Seattle.
So I would like to go to Seattle.
Yeah, I would like to go to Seattle.
When the sun is shining.
I'll join you guys on that trip too, if that's okay.
We have to take a plane, Laura.
Well, okay, I'll drive. I'll see you guys a week after you get there.
That's nuts.
No, I think a trip to Seattle would be nice.
Yeah.
Because the trip to Palm Springs doesn't count. That's your trip. We're just joining you. So
I know. So I'm glad that your trip is my trip and my trip is your trip too. So
exactly.
Yeah.
So my trip, which I would love to do, which I anticipated maybe doing in May, but won't. I want to go back to Maui in Hawaii really bad.
Yeah.
I had such a good time in October, I think it was right after Posh Fest, like literally the next week.
Yeah, within a week of that. I remember you coming home just to repack.
Yeah. It was not enough time, and I got just enough that I'm like, oh my God, I have to get back. And I'm like, I want to go feel so majestic with the earth and just go into the water, look at the mountains.
Where did you stay when you were in Maui? Like what part?
We stayed at what's the name of the resort? The Royal Lahaina Inn.
Okay.
And we, for whatever reason, treated ourselves to a nice room, but we got upgraded to oceanfront cottages. So literally, we would wake up at 7 on purpose to be early, and open the doors with like no shirt, and my friend was in her bathing suit, and we just walked straight from the grass into the water, like beach, grass, sand, water. It was incredible. Highly recommend. Definitely do a luau again. Oh God, it was so good. The food, you guys.
The food.
Yes.
So that's one thing I'm actively not doing. So normally I like to put on all the food shows, because we'll end up like for my birthday we went to restaurants that showed up on the chef show on Netflix. So we went to restaurants on West Side. I don't want to see any of that because I can't get it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it. I really like a good steak with a good whiskey, but I can't go and get that right now, so I won't watch that. So watching crime instead. It's what makes me want to stay inside.
Yeah. The crime shows and like all these people killing each other in the outside world. You're like, well, I'm just gonna stay indoors.
Yeah, you're sitting there. Wow, look, they're hiking. Ooh, murder. Yeah, can't go hiking. They're at the mall. Murder. Can't go there. You're at a restaurant. Bomb. Can't go there. So really helps you want to stay inside.
Crime and murder shows don't seem so terrible now, considering like everything else going on. You're like, yeah, that's not so bad. I did watch Top Chef the other night, and yeah, you're right. They were making like some seafood, like they had oysters, and I was just like, oh my gosh, that looks so good right now.
I'm lucky I have an amazing chef here because she makes delicious meals.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for you to put food out on the porch.
I'll do my drive-bys for you guys.
Ceviche.
Yeah.
I told Tip to text. I don't know if she did. When we went to the doctor's out in Sunset, when we drove down Western, even in isolation, there's still traffic in Koreatown.
Oh yeah. Always, no matter what.
That's funny.
Wow. Thank you guys so much for joining. For everyone who's still with us, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much to Laura, aka Laura Von V. You can find her information for her YouTube channel and her Instagram down in the description box. I want to say thank you to Denali El Ducho Thrift. Thank you for joining us. Her YouTube channel and Instagram are down in the description box. And then, of course, Tiffany and Hugo. Wait. Why can't I do it?
I know, it's kind of hard. It's opposite for me.
Hard. Yeah, sorry. There we go. Tiffany and Hugo of Sell Quick, Ship Quick. They have their linked YouTube channel and Instagram down below. I want to say thank you all for tuning into this live. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you haven't already. Go check out all their channels. Follow, subscribe, spread the posh, eBay, Reseller, Human Love, and stay tuned stay tuned for next Saturday's SNL.
Yeah, maybe we're either on Tiffany and Hugo's channel or Laura's channel.
We'll be happy to host the next one.
There it is, folks. They just committed. Woo!
Yay!
See you next Saturday, everybody, for another SNL. Stay tuned to our Instagrams for more details, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.